What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is for the week of January 19th, 2020, and it's been quite a successful week when it comes to finishing games, just tidying things up. Didn't play too much this week, like a variety of games, but I did finish up a few things, and I'm kind of working through a few things, so that's pretty nice. But anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. So starting off, we have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Put a little bit more time into this last week, not too much. The only other thing that we did last week, or we were working through essentially challenges for your characters. I'm not sure if anyone is really that aware on how this works, but essentially each character that you have has challenges to level up. There's certain things that you have to do with that character in order to level them up, and those levels count towards your regular levels. So when you start the game out, you are level 1, obviously, and then you're level 1 with each character, and then let's say you get to level 2 with a plant, with one of the plants. There's 4 plants you can choose from. Let's say you get to level 2 with one of those plants. Then your overall level is level 2. Let's say you get to level 2 with another plant, then your overall level is level 3. So it kind of adds on top. So once you get this trophy right here, which is to reach level 5 with every plant class and every zombie class, you should be like approximately, I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like one below, or it's like something weird. Maybe it's like 20. I don't really know the math right now. Like 32, I think is what it is. I think it's 32. So when you get level 5 with every plant class, you get to level 32. Now, there is a trophy up here for getting level 50. So you do have to get level 50. But then on top of that, you also do have to reach level 10 with any character. So once you reach level 10 with any character, you're then at like level 37. So then you got to do some leveling with some other characters. So I ended up getting level 5 with every character that I needed to get level 5 with. And I started working through and getting level 10 on a character. I think I'm going for level 10 on All-Star, if I remember correctly. So if there's an easier character than that, do let me know, because that's what I'm going to be working on, I think. I do have challenge skip cards. I think I have like 20 something of them saved up. So I have a decent amount of challenge skip cards saved up, but I'm going to be saving those for anything that is going to require just anything like game mode related, more or less. So if I have to play gardens and graveyards for a certain amount of time, or really anything time related, is what I'm going to look at, because planting stuff is not difficult, and things like that aren't difficult. But if there's anything that I have to play gardens and graveyards, we don't really play that. I think we can play it with 3 or 4 players that we have, but it's just not worth it when it comes down to like the time of it. So I'm using them. I'm not using those challenge skip cards on everything. I'm using them. I'm being very conservative with them, just because I don't want to use them and then run into a challenge where I'm like, holy shit, I really can't do that. So I'm being pretty conservative with them. But yeah, right now we're just working through levels. So getting to level 10 on a character is what I'm working on next, and then overall level 50. And then after that, I'll work on the rest of the other trophies that I need to do and see if we can kind of get those, either boost them, or if I need to get on and play. I haven't really played this game in my free time, quote unquote. You can't see me right now in my free time. We've only been playing it when people are available to play, just to do the challenges. And the last boost that we did actually went pretty good. We did have one guy that kept joining us. I don't know if I talked about this. I didn't want to say complain. I don't know if I talked about this last trophy talk, or if I've ever mentioned this to people, but this game is pretty easy to boost when it comes down to it. If you have people together, because you literally just search for a game mode that nobody is playing. There's no way to create like a private lobby and play 100% by yourself with your friends or whoever you're playing with, but it is pretty easy to boost, because again, you just play a game mode that no one's playing. The problem is that since you're not playing in a private match, you're playing essentially in an open match, a public match, anybody can join. So once you start playing a game mode, like let's say you start playing Suburbanation or Taco Bandit or Gnome Bomb, or just any game mode that no one is playing, once you pull a few people in there and you get a game going, I think people just search and it just throws them in. So it can get kind of annoying, because you'll have a free lobby for a few minutes and then you'll have one random guy join, And once you have one random person in the game and you have one person playing with you, it can really just throw off all of your cycles and everything that you're going on with your friends. So it can kind of suck, but it's not the worst. It's not like the end of the day, really, because most people that play the game just don't really care. They'll let you do it, but like usually when we're going through and we're playing, like let's say we're playing like Suburbanation, we won't capture any of the points, which means that the game will literally go on forever. But obviously, if you have a random person join, usually they play the objective and then it'll progress the game farther and it'll end the game. And essentially, we don't want that, but it's not the end of the world. We can still do what we're doing and they really don't bother us. So it's a little annoyance, but again, it's not the end of the world. So it's really nothing too crazy. So that's what we're working on with Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I don't really have a timeline on when I want to get this done. I would like to get, I mean, my goal personally is to get the online done within the next few weeks. Again, not really rushing it. Once the online is 100% complete and done, then I will work on the garden ops mode. I think I might have to go into the garden ops mode anyway when it comes to doing a few of these other things, because like I have to vanquish like 500 pirate zombies. I need to do like certain things, and most of these I can do offline by myself, like using revive consumables. And like I don't know, can someone confirm with I haven't looked this up, but I don't know if you can do the hunting season and the weed whacker in offline mode. Like if I play as a zombie in the offline mode, can I kill plants and does it count towards that? Because I do kind of want to somewhat boost that to get that done, but I'm not sure if that counts offline or if that's 100% online. Plus there's no way to easily track these two trophies, which is really freaking annoying. I don't know who thought of that idea. So if you ever were to boost it, like I've already gotten a decent amount of kills in the game, so I don't even know if what I need left, you know what I mean? So that's a little annoying. But yeah, other than that, like this is all garden ops, so like that's whatever. I do have to get on and play the game, quote unquote, to get through gardens and graveyards, and to get garden and graveyard and vanquish or team vanquish wins, which I think will help me get a few of these other things. But like level wise and challenge wise, I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, we are making our way through Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I think this is like my third time going back to the game, or second or third time going back to the game. So it would be nice to just get it done. Okay, that's just what I want to do. I want to get it done. And then I can start to worry about the second game that I didn't get that one trophy for a few months back. So cool. On that note, the other thing that kind of sucks about that is Garden Warfare 2, which I have down here. I didn't do the boss hunt last time. Someone actually told me that they took the whole freaking thing down off their site. So you don't even know when a boss hunt is coming. So this is gonna have to be a game that like I'm gonna have to sign on to every freaking week to figure out what's going on. And I'll have to see if the people that I'm playing with, if this is a game that they're interested in doing as well. I think that it is, but again, I just want to finish the first one. I think that the platinum for this wise is probably easier, but the DLC is definitely something else. And that's what I'll leave that at. Anyway, let's keep moving on. That's essentially like the big, I want to say big multiplayer game that we're working on, other than probably Resident Evil 6, which we didn't work on this week. So yeah, I'll just note that we didn't work on Resident Evil 6. I did want to, and I want to make progress, but I don't know if we'll be playing too much online this week, which is not a problem with me at all because I can finish things up, which I really want to. So then up next, I streamed, finally. It had been like 2 weeks. I streamed. So on stream, I finished up and got Untitled Goose Game Platinum. So that's really cool to get done. You guys will see a video for that sometime shortly, okay? I'm not rushing it out, but yeah, it'll be up sometime shortly. But Untitled Goose Game was done. I just had to get one more trophy, which was to dress the bust up with things outside of the garden. Not difficult at all. I just had to get it done. So that's cool to get done. If you guys are interested in like a little quirky game, then Untitled Goose Game is like the game that you're looking for. It's a really good game. And I think it was like $15 or something when I bought it. So if you're not wanting to spend the $15, no, I would wait for it to go on sale. But it's a little quirky little game, and you can get the platinum in like a few hours. It's pretty cool. Then up next, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe, well, I'll talk about it, but uh got the platinum and the 100%, which really isn't a big deal in this one. In Star Wars Battlefront 2, I finally got this done. So my goal last week, I had been done the online. I got done the online. I've had the online done for like a week or two, right? Other than the level 50. So last Wednesday, they do double XP every Wednesday. So I hop on last Wednesday, and you can actually play, and I'm sure I talked about this last video. You can actually play, and I guess it's technically an online co-op mode, which is basically you versus the computer, but there's like 4 actual players, and then you have a few AI on your team versus like a couple, like maybe like, I don't know, 100 AI on the other team. It's probably not 100, but that's what it feels like sometimes. And it's basically conquest. You have to control, or you have to get capture points, and you're either capturing them or you're defending them, one or the other. It's kind of random. And essentially, you can play against a computer and get XP towards your multiplayer level. And when you're playing during double XP on Wednesday, you can pull anywhere between, like, it depends how good you really are, but like a bare minimum that you can pull if you're just like playing and killing things and you're not stupid is like 60,000 on double XP. So you can get anywhere between like 60 to like 100,000 XP, depending how you're playing. But essentially, that's like really good for leveling, like in your higher up levels. Like if you can get like 80K a level, it'll only take you like 4 rounds of this to level up on your higher levels. And this only goes for like 15-20 minutes. So you can get through 3 or 4 of these in around an hour, depending how fast you are, depending how many, or depending if you're capturing or if you're defending. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff and a lot of XP that you can get in this mode. And I'm glad that they finally put it in, because my biggest gripe with the game was the XP. And I think that's a lot of people's gripe, was the XP. And essentially the way that we were doing XP before was we were doing like heroes versus villains 8v8, and we were getting like 200K a round, right? But like you were getting 200K and it took like an hour to get through the round. So like theoretically, like the way that we're doing it, you're getting like the same amount of XP and you're able to play co-op. So I would highly advise, if anyone hasn't gotten the XP, or anyone has the game on their list and they want the level trophy, definitely do that co-op mode, because it goes by super fast. And if you're playing with friends or you're playing with people that are competent, it doesn't take away points from you. It just actually makes it easier, because when you're capturing, then you can actually capture points. And when you're defending, you can actually defend points, because the AI is not going to be a help to you at all. Trust me on that one. But with that being said, Star Wars Battlefront 2 platinumed and 100%, which again isn't really a big deal. But I think the bigger deal to me is that I now have Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 platinumed and 100%. And the bigger one is definitely Star Wars Battlefront 1, but this is just something that I really never thought was going to happen. And I know I said this when I platinumed and 100% Battlefront 1, I said that. I was like, this is somewhat of a surreal feeling to me, because it's just a game that I've enjoyed. It's a game that I played the beta for. It's a game that I played for a little bit when it came out, but I kind of put it down because I looked at the trophy and I was like, holy shit. And then I never really played it as the DLCs were coming out, because I didn't have the season pass, because I believe you had to pay for it in Battlefront 1, if I remember correctly. So I never really stayed up on the DLCs because I wanted to, but I didn't really have the money to really drop on a $50 season pass on a game. And I didn't really want to drop $50 on it with other games coming out. So to go back and actually do that platinum and get the 100% in the first Battlefront, and then to do the platinum and 100% in the second Battlefront and have them both done now is kind of surreal. So that's kind of how I feel right now about both of them. And yeah, I plan on at some point, I don't know when it'll be, but at some point I do plan on making at least multiplayer trophy guides in both of these games, and possibly how to platinums. I think the multiplayer trophy guide is definitely going to be more useful for them than how to platinum will be. But I do plan on doing both of those types of videos at some point. I just don't know when it'll happen. But we'll talk about what's going to be coming up with Star Wars soon. And then last but not least, Zombie Army Trilogy. I'm sure you guys saw on the channel, I did end up getting through and doing a full collectible guide on the bottles and the gold bars on a different account, because I had partially already had it done on this account. So over the weekend, I finished that up. I played back through the game and got the gold bars and blood bottles that I had left on my account, which was nice. The only other thing that I have to do in this game from a video standpoint, or that I want to do from a video standpoint, is this trophy right here that I earned, which is, man, you sure know a lot about monsters, which is to complete every survivor side quest. I'm going to be making a video on that on a third account, because you have to actually do some collectibles in order for that trophy. So I'm going to make it on a third account. And then there's a few trophies that I want to make guides for, that being obviously the one that I was just talking about. I think the other one that I'm going to make guides on is every bullet counts, which is to get a 5-for-1 kill with your sniper rifle, which I'm not sure how I haven't gotten that. If I haven't gotten that, then it definitely needs a guide. And then the last one is scoring 5,000 points with a single sniper round. That's something else that I'm going to make a guide on. But other than that, I want to try to get this platinum done. Probably tonight would be nice, but it probably won't happen after I'm making this video. So within tonight to tomorrow or some point would be nice. And then after that, I'm not really sure. Really when I want to go after and try to finish. I'm not sure if there was anything that I was working on. Yeah, so actually now that I'm looking at, well, so that's what I've been playing in the past week. Again, made good progress, and I'm glad to get some games done finally, especially big games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, where it's just been like, wow, like this is done. The series is done. This is crazy. But coming up, what do I plan on doing? So definitely, once I get done Zombie Army Trilogy and all the guides and everything for that on the channel, the next thing from a video standpoint is a few trophy guides in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I already have 2 of them done, but I'm gonna have to play through the game on another account again, because there was 2 of these 4 trophies at the bottom, Dark Forces and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, that I accidentally got, quote unquote. So yeah, I knew about them as I was playing through the game, but I accidentally forgot them. And yeah, it is what it is. The story mode in that game is not long at all, so I'll just play through until I get to where I need to get to. Unfortunately, the X-Wing trophy, you have to be, or you get it on the Battle of Jakku, which is literally like the 3rd to last mission. So yeah, I'll have to play back through a majority of the game. But again, you can probably get through it in about an hour or 2 when you skip cutscenes. It took me a little under 3 hours, I think, to get through, but I was watching the cutscenes and actually paying attention to the story that was kind of there. So, but yeah, I'm going to put those 4 guides out for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And then after that, guide-wise, I think I'm going to start working on collectible guides for Strange Brigade. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I could go back to games that are farther back on my list, but Strange Brigade was something that we started, and I don't want to neglect it, kind of like I did for Zombie Army Trilogy, because I did that with Zombie Army Trilogy. I played it right when the game came out, and I really, really, really enjoyed it, and then I put it down. I think I beat it with my friends that I was playing with at the time, and then I put it down. And then I came back a few years later, played it again, played it a little more, and then put it down. And now I'm coming back to it in the anticipation to finally finish it. I don't really want to do that with Strange Brigade. I want to get it done like right now, or within the next few weeks. I want to get it done. Just because, again, I don't want to neglect it, and it's a game where there's not really online like we were playing through. So I want to get the collectibles done and just finish it up. There's games on my list, and I know what you're thinking, Snickel. You start so many games. Why do you want to play this one out of all of them? And what it comes down to is just like, usually when I start a game, I'm playing just the multiplayer. So for like instance, a game like Blades of Time, you're probably thinking like, well, you put it on your list. Why don't you play this game? And it's just like, I got on to get the 1 online trophy. That was it. Do I want to play through it? Yeah, at some point. But my goal when it comes to doing games sometimes is really to just do the online at the moment, and then it gives me motivation to come back later and clean it up. And I know it makes your list look really messy to just get on and do the multiplayer and call it a day. It definitely does. But the way that I look at it is, I just want to get the multiplayer done so that I can have that peace of mind with that game. So again, another game like Blades of Time, Resident Evil 6. We're not done yet. I do want to play this game this weekend to get it done. But Resident Evil 6 is the same way. So the whole base game list you can do by yourself. It's a 100%. You're 100% able to do it by yourself. But then you have the 4 DLCs that are all online related. So like it would kind of deter me from doing RE6 if I didn't have the online multiplayer done for the DLC, because either I'm going to get the platinum and I'm going to do the multiplayer after the fact. Like, I'm not going to do it like in between. I mean, I guess I could, but like, I wouldn't want to. If I'm going to play the single player in RE6, like I want to get through the whole single player and get it done. I don't want to kind of split it up and do half and half. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to focus on it. Plus, if it's on my list and the multiplayer's done, it just gives me more incentive to actually do the game. Like, that was kind of what came up with Battlefront 2, was that Battlefront 2 was on my list for a while now, 9 months. And what happened was we did level boosting. We boosted levels 9 months ago, and I only got to like early or like low level 40s, 42, 43, something like that. So when the triple XP came up and we tried to do the level boosting again and it didn't work out, we realized, or I had realized, like literally at like right when that was about to end, like, hey, there's this co-op mode to level up. So then it came down to, hey, the co-op mode is the best way to level up, but what else do I need to do? Because a lot of these other trophies in this game, like a lot of the harder trophies, I would say, I had already done. So a lot of these trophies at the bottom for like getting 500 kills as a hero, or winning a match of heroes versus villains, or be the first to kill an enemy, or to defeat 50 enemies, like a lot of these I had done. And then there was like random trophies, or there was trophies for like winning each of the game modes, which I had to do. And then after that, like it was literally like easy trophies. The only other thing that I had to do that was somewhat difficult was the bomber trophy, because last time I had level boosted, we had enough people together and we ended up getting the multitasking trophy, which was to defeat 25 hero ships with fighter ships. The only other thing that I had to do was the 4 trophies that are related to each class. And you can get this trophy and this trophy. I'm not sure about dominating presence, but you can get not all missed and sentry mode engaged in the co-op mode. You can't get scoped for some reason. I don't know why, but those were like easy. So basically, like the multiplayer trophies that I had left that I hadn't accidentally got while doing levels were really easy. And then when it came down to, I was just like, hey, I'm done the online. I've done the first one. Why don't I just finish the second one up and call it a day? So that's kind of like what helped me choose to pick that game. But yeah, that's what I do that with a lot of games, where I kind of hop on, I'll do the online, and then it'll just be sitting there with the online done, and then I need to go back and finish it up. But it gives me more of incentive if I've done like some of the franchise. I'll be like, hey, maybe I need to do that now. But yeah, there's definitely games on my list that I want to finish. That being Strange Brigade, again, like I said, Puppeteer is a game that I want to get back to and make guides for and finish up, just because like that was one of those random number generator games that like is haunting me because I haven't gone back and played it. Other than that, doing the multiplayer for RE6 would be nice. I think we probably have a solid like night or two left of boosting to get done both of the DLCs that I have left. So that is what it is, but we'll get that done. Plants vs. Zombies obviously is going to be something that we're going to work on. Something that we didn't work on this week just because we didn't have the time, or one night I fell asleep. I'll take the blame on that one. Is Need for Speed Most Wanted. Waves does have the DLC, so we'll be getting through that at some point. But yeah, that would be nice to get done. And then the other game that I'm looking at right now that I haven't really slotted in to do at any point, but I would like to finish, is Beach Buggy Racing. So that might be something that's done on stream. I'm not really sure what I want to do on stream at the moment, because last time I streamed, I got the Battlefront 2 Platinum. Or I played through the campaign, so I kind of got through that. Definitely will be streaming Zombie Army Trilogy Platinum, but like other than that, I'm not really sure what I want to do on stream, because I might just do what am I talking about? Beach Buggy Racing, because I do have a few games in my current folder that I want to work on, and they're more on stream just because I don't give a shit about making guides. So Beach Buggy Racing is one. Another one is a game that I put on my list, and like I want to get done, but it's this game right here, Dust and Elysian Tale. I put that on my list a while back, and I kind of regret it, but I think it's easy, so I should just do it. And then I was looking through, essentially anything that I want to do on stream is anything that I don't want to make guides for. So there was a few other games that I was thinking about getting back into, one being Game of Thrones on the PS3. I would like to finish that up. I haven't played that one in a while. And then there was something else. I can't think off the top of my head right now. It'll come to me, but maybe not right now. And then another game that I would like to focus on at some point this week. I'm throwing a lot out there right now, and I really shouldn't do this. But something else that I want to focus on, maybe not this week, but in the next few weeks, is definitely trying to finish Far Cry 2. I've been saying that for a while now. I just need to sit down and just get it done at this point. But yeah, that's something that I would like to try to do, or try to put a little bit of effort in to do, just because all I have to do is kills, so it's really not that much. But I just need to play the game. But yeah, other than that, I think like something else that I would focus on at some point, but this is just completely like, we'll see what happens, is GH5. That would be nice to get done. But again, I don't want to throw too many things on my plate. I don't want to give myself too much to think about, because I already think about too much when it comes to gaming anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week. It's not too crazy, but there was definitely some games finished. The completion percentage got above 58%. If you guys were paying attention when I played, when I put like Strange Brigade, RE6, Blades of Time on my list, it kind of tanked it back down to like 57 point something. So I got it back up. The goal for that is to keep it above 58, but I definitely want to try to get it as close to, or I want to exceed 60. That's going to be like my next big goal. Just because I've been hovering around like this 58% completion for like the longest fucking time. And I can easily do it if I just play a few games where I've done the multiplayer and literally gotten one trophy. Because there's actually a franchise that I've been thinking about doing recently that's like super easy. And I don't know why I've had like the biggest itch to play it, but the MXGP series, MXGP 2, 3, Pro, the Monster Energy games are technically part of that franchise, I would say. So, that might be something that I do coming up. I'm not really sure, but that's like, I don't know why I've had an itch to play those. There's other games as well, like in that like motocross series or genre, I guess you could say, that I've had a little bit of an itch to play, like MX versus ATV. I can do like Supercross Encore. I've done the online for them. There's only 3 other MX versus ATV games that I need to do to get those done. I obviously can't do Reflex, but I can do the 2 Supercross games and then All Out. I need like one person to get some of the other trophies in the online for All Out, which I think is why I haven't really like had that thought process in my mind to finish those games. If anyone has All Out, MX versus ATV All Out, and you're willing to help with 2 online trophies, I think, if I remember correctly. So I did this game online wise, like right when it came out. But I did like the big boy trophy. Like there's a trophy here where you have to play with 15 human opponents. I did that one, but I do need to do, I think like tag minigame, infection, like there's a few things down here that are online. I think like this and this are online, or something like that. There's a few more online trophies down there. And I need to get them done, but, yeah, I'm in no rush. Kind of like a lot of other games. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week. I don't want to rant for too much longer. I don't really think I have anything to talk about other than videos coming out on the channel. Expect guides for Zombie Army Trilogy to finish that up within the next few days. Star Wars Battlefront 2, expect some guides in that, and then expect to see some guides in Strange Brigade after that, collectible guides and trophy guides possibly in Strange Brigade. And then after that, from a guide perspective, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I do want to focus on Puppeteer at some point and put guides out for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full like collectible guide on that game, just because of the levels and everything. I have to really determine that later on. But yeah, expect like trophy guides, because I don't know if I told you guys this or showed you guys this, but this game definitely does have a lot of trophies at the bottom that are like super somewhat easy, but it's just like it definitely needs a guide. Like open the nested moon bear doll all the way, or set 22 puppet children free in a single play, or nah, it's probably not the one. Turn all the caterpillars into butterflies, then cut them down, like stuff like that. You know, there's like things like that where it's like there's a lot of those type of trophies down here where like they're definitely guide worthy. So expect, you know, videos on those at some point. And then from a perspective of making videos that are actually content that you guys enjoy, like how to platinums and stuff, there's definitely going to be a multiplayer trophy guide that comes out at some point. I would like to do it in the next few days, or possibly over the weekend for not Need for Speed. What am I saying? For Dirt Rally, the first one. I wrote that like a year ago when I got that platinum, and I never made it. And then how to platinum wise, I just got done writing the script for Assassin's Creed Odyssey how to platinum. That's going to be quite of a doozy video, even though the platinum is kind of easy. I went over a lot of stuff, and it's probably easily going to be Sekiro length video, like 15 minutes long. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I have scripts written for both of those at the moment, which is really, really nice. After that, for how to platinums, I'm not really sure what I want to cover. So if you guys have any suggestions, please do let me know, because what I'm going to start doing is just working backwards from the order that I've gotten platinums. So Assassin's Creed 2 will be after that. Or I might put that off until I do the Ezio trilogy. I'm not sure. Not sure how I want to do that. From a multiplayer guide perspective, I have a little bit more of a strategy or a path forward with how I want to move with that. So after I do Dirt Rally, I've worked on a Far Cry 2 one with NCS fans. So what I'll probably try to do is finish up Far Cry 2 and then tidy up that guide and then put that out, because there was that little bit of a server scare with that game like a week or two ago. So I should probably put that guide out so it can still be relevant. And then after that, from a multiplayer guide standpoint, I think the next game that I had slotted was basically a guide for Need for Speed Most Wanted, how to do the multiplayer and mainly the DLC in that game, because the DLC can be a pain in the ass. And then after that, I'm not really sure what I had slotted, but that'll be going the same way that I did my regular how to platinums. I mean, we can take a little peep real quick, see what I had scheduled for these. Hopefully I don't have any confidential information that's gonna get leaked. Multiplayer trophy guides, and then this should be like a list of the ones that I wanted to do. Okay, so the goal was Far Cry 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Dirt 4. I'm not sure why I did that. I think because I wanted to do Dirt 4. Yes, another one. Not Dante's Inferno. Grand Theft Auto 4. That was another one that got requested a few months back. I personally don't know too much about how to do that online, because I did it way, way, way back in the day. Like, I can't even tell you when I did that game. But the good thing, there is a good thing to this. Grand Theft Auto 4. I did it back in 2013, and it took me 3 years. So I actually started that game in like 2010. That's actually one of my first games that I played. It was that and Midnight Club LA. But the good thing, there is good news that comes out of Grand Theft Auto 4. I did have someone actually ask me, one of my good friends, I had them ask me to help them finish GTA 4, which this is good. This actually lets me get on and present proper information about the game, because I'll obviously go into depth with how many people you need for each game mode. I'll go into depth with various other things. So that'll be nice to get that done. Plus, it'll give me the ability to capture some footage when we're doing possibly Fly the Co-op or whatever. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, that'll be something that comes out. That's like a big boy like Far Cry 2. But yeah, the goal for that would be definitely Dirt Rally, Far Cry 2. I'll definitely keep this order. Far Cry 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted. I don't know if that got requested or if I just wanted to do it since I had the information. Dirt 4, I might not do Dirt 4 right then and there. The other one that I'm looking at right now is Dante's Inferno. I believe that got requested as well. I can make a guide for that, and I will, but I don't really think it'll be too useful, just because it comes down to just like learn the dang game and you'll get it done. But that's kind of what I'll probably say in the guide. Like, hey, you only need 2 people, but learn the freaking game, and yeah, you get your trophies. Because if you guys know anything about that, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? What do you mean online, Snickel? Yeah, there's no online for the platinum, for the actual platinum. But if you want to do the DLC, which everyone wants to get a good completion percentage, right? There are a few that you have to do online, and I think mainly it's literally just like this trophy right here. Like, this is the only one that requires online, because you have to play 25 different single player and 15 different 2-player EA trials. So you actually have to play EA trial, you have to play the EA trials. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do that one because it's just one trophy, but I don't know. I'll do a little research. I mean, I did it myself, but it was like a few months ago, almost a year ago now. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of like the path forward with videos on the channel. I'm just throwing that out there as like an additional thing to add on the end here. So just like keep an eye out for trophy guides, how to platinums, multiplayer trophy guides, things like that, because I do want to start to crank some more of them out and kind of finish things up and put guides out, put stuff out for you guys. From a new game perspective, I'm not planning on getting anything day one anytime soon. I don't think I am, at least. The only thing I have pre-ordered right now is Zombie Army 4, which comes out the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, which is in 2 weeks. So I might make guides for that right when it comes out, just because I am kind of excited for it. I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of scared. Because if you guys have ever played Zombie Army Trilogy, Zombie Army Trilogy is basically a mod to Sniper Elite V2. And it was a mod that was kind of adopted by the developers, Rebellion. That's why they were able to sell it. They kind of brought the team on that made that mod, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly, they brought the team on that made that mod, and they kind of, they kind of brought them on to work on, I'm assuming, Zombie Army 4 and Zombie Army Trilogy, making the games. I don't know the exact backstory behind it, but essentially Zombie Army Trilogy is a trilogy of Zombie Army games. It's episodes. It's episode 1, 2, and 3. Episode 1 and 2 are essentially, you can tell that they're essentially mods of Sniper Elite V2 because they're just levels from Sniper Elite V2. They're just ripped down, and then they changed the environment a little bit, the color palette, and then they added zombies. Zombie Army 3, Zombie Army Episode 3, is a like completely revamped and like brand new game. New levels, new features. That's where this trophy for all these side quests come in, because they actually added like side objectives, and they added a lot of like weird, quirky things. And they made it was funny. There was funny aspects. There were scary aspects, I guess you could say. But they definitely added more like layers to the game. Like you could tell that the first 2 games were definitely mods, and it had no depth to it at all. But they tried to add depth with the 3rd one. So I'm kind of worried that when Zombie Army 4 comes out, that they're going to try to add too much depth to it, and it's just not going to feel like the first 3 games, because the 3rd game starts to go off the rails a little bit, but you can accept it because, like I said, like this game was made from a mod. So when it starts to add some depth to it and a story and stuff like that, you're just like, whoa, calm down there. We just wanted this game because we like Sniper Elite V2 and we wanted to kill some zombies and we like the way the game played. Like, calm down there. So yeah, I'm a little worried, but at the same time, I'm not too worried because Rebellion, they a good company. Really, any game that they put out is really not that bad. Like even Strange Brigade is like a kind of interesting game. So I think Zombie Army 4 is the only game that I have pre-ordered right now that I'm going to be getting day one within the next year. There's probably some other things that I pre-ordered. Obviously, like I pre-ordered like Watch Dogs Legion, which who knows when that's coming out. Whenever this new Assassin's Creed game gets released, I'm definitely buying that day one. And yeah, we'll have to wait to see how that one goes. A funny thing, which I'll talk about this for like a quick second. So you guys know that my goal is to do literally every Assassin's Creed game possible. Well, I think that the new Assassin's Creed, it might come out on both consoles. So it might come out on PS4 and PS5. I mean, that would be my assumption if Ubisoft is going to go any way that they're going, or Ubisoft, however you want to say it. Type one in the comments if you say it Ubisoft, and 2 in the comments if you say Ubisoft. I kind of want to know how people say it. But yeah, I heard it might come out for PS3 and PS5, or PS4 and PS5. What am I saying? Did I say PS4? PS4 and PS5. I heard it might come out for both of them. But the part that I find funny is like when the PS5 comes out, is Ubisoft going to remaster literally every game on the PS4 and put it on the PS5, and then also like release their remasters of their games on their PS3 to their PS5, and then add new trophies. That would be kind of interesting. And they might, I don't know. I don't know. They've released every game on the PS3 onto the PS4 other than Assassin's Creed 1, which can we please get an AC1 remaster or a port or something? I don't care if the game is dated. I don't care if the game is aged. I don't give a god damn. I want to play the game again, which I can, but I want to get some trophy too. Like, can we get an AC1 remaster? We're not asking for that much. Please, please. I keep asking for that. I kind of also think that they might just like add it as like a thing when they release this new Assassin's Creed, because if you guys remember last year, or not last year, I guess, was it last year or the year before? Whenever Odyssey came out, remember Odyssey came out and then part of the pre-order or part of the season pass was like, hey, if you got the Odyssey season pass, you got AC3 and AC3 Liberation remastered. And it was like, what the hell do they have to do anything with Odyssey? What? Why are you giving us these games? Like, these are so random. Why? So I'm hoping they kind of do that with this new one where they're like, hey, buy this new Assassin's Creed season pass and get AC1 remastered. And I'm going to be like, why? But yes, I like that. I do like that. And I don't know anything about the speculations. I haven't really been keeping up on it. I think it got confirmed that like it's going to be a Viking style game, but it's going to be like the size of Europe. Like the map is going to be like apparently like massive. I don't know how true that is, but that would be kind of interesting. But that's just my little side rant on Assassin's Creed. You guys know how much I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting because I could go on for another hour, which I know you guys want me to, but I don't want to process another hour worth of me rambling and sounding like an idiot. So anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week. A little side stuff there, a little YouTube's update. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Let me know what games you guys have been playing, what you've been making progress on. If you have any questions about anything, any suggestions for any how to platinums, any multiplayer trophy guides, or any trophy guides in general, like full game trophy guides, do let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely add it to those spreadsheets. You guys see that I love my spreadsheets, so I'll just add it. I'll tack it on to the last request and try to get to it as soon as possible. I know I can be kind of tardy with some of those, but yeah, life sucks sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.